Hey Jojo, thanks for joining. Hi Penny, thank you for joining. I got cut off earlier. I was getting ready to talk about this topic and I got cut off. Hi Miss Jerrica, thank you for joining. So I know many of you probably saw, thank you all for joining. Hi, is it Drenman 1206? My day's going good. It's kind of been an interesting day, but so far it's been pretty good. How's your day been going? Thank you for the heart. So I know some of you probably saw Being Mary Jane last night. And hi, is it Stephen Lakey? Stephen Lakey? Thank you for joining. Great. I'm glad it's going great. Yeah, I don't know where you live. I live in Oklahoma City. Thank you for the hearts. And so the weather here is so crazy. It's like it's hot, but it's cold. It's weird. So, but anyways, I'm in my car and I wanted to do this scope again because I got cut off earlier and didn't get a chance to get back to you guys. But so some of you I'm sure saw Being Mary Jane last night, and thank you for the hearts. I think it was one of the most powerful episodes I've probably seen on there and probably on TV in a long time, just because it was really real, really authentic, and I mean it was just honest and it was just like the truth. Hi Yasin, thank you for joining. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things. Of course, we saw that, a lot of things were talked about. There was suicide, molestation, dealing with past hurts, loving people, even when they're broken in their broken places. And sometimes that can be hard to love broken people because sometimes they won't let you in, and if any of us have been through something, we probably have all been at a place where somebody's trying to love us. Thank you for joining Educating Hearts. Who is that? Because I know that handle. I just can't remember whose name that is, but I know that handle. Thank you for joining. Can you tell me your name? Because I definitely remember that handle. I just want to remember who your name is. But a lot of us have probably even been in spaces where we've been broken. Lisa, that's right. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Thank you for joining. Where we've been broken. Thank you for joining Song That Give. Thank you for joining. So I know that some of us have personally can have a testimony of being broken and not letting people love us because we're in this broken place and we've been hurt so much, we've been damaged, right? And I just want to talk a little bit about just being able to, because I've been suicidal before, as a result of being molested, as a result of feeling abandoned. Thank you for being here. Oh, thank you for joining. Hi, Gold Digger TV. Thank you for joining. I've been at a place of wanting to commit suicide. I've been at a place of, and a lot of it was because of my past, because I was molested, because my father beat my mother, because every encounter I'd had from a man at that time was they were taking something from me. Because I have felt alone, because I have felt, hey girl, thank you for joining, because I have felt isolated and abandoned, and I felt like I wasn't enough, and I felt like everything that life was requiring from me, I couldn't give it, right? And so I've been at that place of living my life in a state of always being in pain. I've been there. So to watch this show, I cried. I was like, boo-hoo, because that is so real. And like she was saying, when we check on and we're asking people like, how are you? And a lot of times we don't even really want to know their truth. But there are so many broken people, so many wounded people. I work for a church. So I'm always, and I have a gift of discernment. So a lot of times I can pick up on people's pain, or sometimes if we have prayer ministry, so I'll pray at the altar, and I can feel people's pain, and sometimes I just weep for them because so many people are so broken and they don't know. Yes, that's right. And they don't know you can actually walk in a place, watch this, where you're not perfect, you're not perfected, but you're healed. I am amazed at the statistics of people that have been molested. Gold Digger, what's your name, if you don't mind me asking? That statistic, even in boys, it's just mind blowing. And I don't think that people realize the stain and the brokenness. Tina Lee Jones, thank you for joining. Tina, your name sounds so familiar. Tina Jones. I don't think people realize the struggle and what it does to your mind and how it warps your mind when somebody takes your virginity, when you're just a child and you have this adult person. Sometimes it's teenagers, sometimes it's another kid, but you have somebody taking, and it's a spiritual offense, right? When somebody rips into our soul and takes from our body, it's not only a soulish offense that we have to, and our soul is our mind, our will, and our emotions. So it's not only that we need to get healing for those areas, but if we don't get our spirit healed, no matter how much mind work we do, get counseling, talk to somebody, if it affects it does. Even being a parent, I remember having to ask God to help me parent my kids with my first child. That was when I really got depressed at 21. I had my first child at 21, and I loved him, but I didn't. Yeah, that's so true. Amen. But I didn't want to. I didn't want to not molest him, but I didn't want to abandon him that what had been done to me. I didn't want to be less of a parent like what I had received. I wanted God to help me parent him. So I had to really go back to God so that he can teach me how to be the mother that I didn't really experience growing up. Right? And so we can have healing in so many areas. We can, some of us I've been raped also. We can go, get help for being raped. We can do all of those things, but if we don't let God heal our spirit, there's still going to be broken areas, because ultimately, we're a spirit first. We're a spirit first. We originated from God as a spirit. Whatever you believe, I don't know, and I'm not trying to push my beliefs on you. I'm just telling you what I know and what I've been taught and what I know for sure in my own being. Excuse me. We originated from God. There is a purpose in our pain. That is so true. I couldn't even do what I'm doing today if things that had happened to me hadn't happened. I couldn't minister to people and really say, I've been there and you can come out of there. There is a place called healing. And so what that looks like, so we're a spirit. First, we live in a body and we possess a soul. So it's our body that gives us earthly access to live in this realm. But we're spirits first. So because we're a spirit, whenever something happens to us, the affliction actually not just happens to our soul, but it happens to our spirit. So what happens is we'll look at somebody and we'll, oh, they're doing good, they're healed, they're doing okay. But what happens is they're still dealing with that affliction in their spirit. And so what we have to do is we have to allow God to heal us. We have to sometimes we think healing is a hard thing. Well, I don't know. I just, sometimes we want to hold on to stuff because it lets us continue to be dysfunctional, right? But when we make a decision that, I deserve to live a life, no matter what's ever happened to me, I deserve to live a life of peace. I deserve to live a life of wholeness. I deserve to live a life where I'm happy. I deserve to live a life where I can look out on my life and I can actually begin to access the things that God wanted for my life when he created me. Right? I deserve that, because why would God bring me here to earth and want me to live some pitiful, beat up, because everything has happened to me bad, I have to actually live in that place forever life? That's not what he wants for us. He wants us to have victory. And he will do it. He sure will. And I'm a living testimony. If you guys knew how messed up I used to be, I am a living testimony. But it's a day-to-day walk. It's a day-to-day trust. It's a matter of trusting him, right? It's a matter of casting our cares, casting our burdens, casting our afflictions, casting our pain, casting whatever anybody's ever done to us. And sometimes it's a day-to-day process, right? Sometimes it's forgiving our offenders. It's a day-to-day. It really is. Some days I got it, some days I'm good, and then sometimes somebody will do something that'll remind me of something somebody else did, and I'm like, wait a minute, right? And I have to go back to God and say, God, fill me up again. And I'm 47. Wow. It's day to day. Thank you for sharing that, Penny. It really is. But I don't think we can really walk in that place of healing until we trust God and we let him do the work. It's not you doing the work. It's not you trying. It's not you, 12 steps to X, Y, Z. It really is letting the Holy Spirit do what he's going to do inside of you and bringing about that healing. Right? And of course, there are natural things we do, like we forgive people. We forgive ourselves. We take time to, you can't. That's right. We take time to nourish our person, our being. We find ways to empower ourselves, whether it's a confession, whether it's reading a book, whatever. We take that time to take care of our being, but then we also let God do the part that only he can do, right? And that's heal our spirit. And even at times heal our soul. you know. So I just really enjoyed that episode. I love that they used that platform to really speak to some real issues, because like she said, with that man sitting in that service, he was one of the reasons why she could never break free from her emotional distress and the pain that she lived her whole life. Started from, I think they said 7 or 9 to I want to say 15 or 16, they said. And from that seed that man sowed into her life, it carried with her the whole entire life. And we are dealing with real life issues. People are being molested even as I speak, right? And they need to know that even though that's happened to you, you can be whole, you can be healed. You can, it's possible. And yes, sometimes getting there is painful and it hurts. When I first walked through thank you for the hearts. When I first went down my first season of healing, it was because of a book I wrote. God told me to write a book about my story. It's called Unlocking the Doors to Destiny. It's my personal story of what I had to go through to get to where I am now. And that really, I didn't realize it, but I encourage you, if you have a testimony, I encourage you to write, even if it's not a book, write it, get it. Because what happens is we carry all this stuff and we never release it. We never get it out of us. But when you write it, it's almost like you just get it out of you, right? And in exchange for getting it out of you, it's like God begins to heal you. And you're gonna cry. I mean, I cried so much writing that book. I mean, I cried nonstop. But when I was done, I really was healed. I was able to forgive every single person that ever caused me pain. The people that molested me, the people that raped me, I was able to forgive them. And that is so important. So anyways, I just wanted to share that from Being Mary Jane last night. Very powerful episode. And I just want to share that little bit about, you know, how do we get our healing? How do we get out of that place? How do we get out of that pit? Because sometimes it feels like it's a pit and oh, hell's breaking loose and it'll never get better. And I want you to know, we overcome by the blood of the Lamb, by the word. That's right, JoJo. That's why, by our testimony. That's why I had to do the healing. I cried for, yes. You have to, yes, somehow give me your number and I'll definitely call you, Penny. Message me. I'm on Facebook if you want to message me through Facebook. Anesha A. Sharp is my name on Facebook. You can find me there. Or you can message me through Twitter too. Your pain is here. Your pain is healing. It can, yes. It's healing for other people as well. But that's right, JoJo. I love that you said that. I literally overcame because of my testimony, because I shared it, because I gave it. And I literally overcame. That is such a good point, JoJo. So anyways, thank you all for jumping on. I hope that it encouraged you wherever you are in life. Your story is mine. Wow. I'm sorry. Was mine. I'm sorry. It's just, I'm always blown away at the number of people who can relate and who've gone through that. And some people to this day still don't know that they can be free. They still don't know. So thank you all for joining me today. I didn't mean to get emotional. You guys are having me crying all day. I want to feel happy again. So thank you for joining. Your healing. Well, praise God. We can't keep our testimony to ourselves because others will heal when they see us heal. That's right. That is so true. That is so true. Oh, anyways, thank you all for joining today. Thank you for the hearts. And yes, please, Penny, contact me and we need to talk. I love to, however I can help you, I definitely want to do that. So thank you all for joining today. And you guys got me over here emotional. And I'm going to say, there's joy. That's joy in it. That's joy in itself. Smile. Yeah, I'm going to. I just, just when I hear people say, hold on. I'm sorry. Oof. When I hear people say that my story is their story, I know what my story is. And I know what it took to get where I am. I know the pain. I understand that, And so when people say that, it just affects me. Because I know firsthand. I know what it feels like. So, hope you all have a great Monday. To God be the glory. He is worthy to be praised. He is. Amen. I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to get off here and I'll probably cry and get myself together because, the rest of the day is going on. I have other things I have to do. So, hope you guys have a wonderful, today's Wednesday. And I'll say, like I always,